Welcome to my tutorial series, Object-Oriented Programming for Mobile Website Development. So, back in the code. At this stage now, we've managed to implement a database class, a model class, and view class, as well as the controller class. So, as far as Model View Controller Framework is concerned, our Model View Controller Framework classes are ready and available, and they're all working satisfactorily. So, at this stage, like what we are doing now, wrapping all code, any code that is not wrapped up in a function, we are wrapping all those code in a function and creating instance of that class name. Okay, so at this instance now, let me quickly create another class that will do that. Bootstrap class now, we have a constructor function for now. Construct, underscore construct, bracket, followed by your curly brackets, end of function block. Put that down, and all this code in that line can go right there. See what we are doing with this is object-oriented programming. It's not extra work or extra effort. The same code you have written, you're wrapping up right in the function block like that. And when you create instance of that class, the same line of code you have written line by line be executed automatically. So if in the event you need to implement the same function down the line in your code, you can just do that with one line of code. The same thing, you make your code clean and simple and easy to debug and read. I will show you some problems how we can debug some this application after this. So, class instance, end of your statement. See what we are doing. So everything nice wrapped up in the function. See our index page. Now, because you are designing a mobile website, we want everything to be routed through your index page. So that's what our Bootstrap class will be doing. But at this stage, we are not ready to implement a full functional Bootstrap. Okay, because we need to configure our htaccess file and our httpd.conf file to allow our links to be used as controllers. That way, our form elements, the action attribute of our form elements will be pointing to controllers, instead of pointing to a file name with file extension. So do our links. Our links will now point to controllers. But to make that happen, you need to configure your htaccess. Okay. For now, let me show you how you can put that title in that page. All you have to do, go to the header section. Your title tag goes between there, right? And then you put your title. And then you put your title. Opening and closing. You can put that down because you need to write your PHP code. You see, this is how you can intermingle PHP code with your HTML elements. You can say if conditional statement, if is set, right? Bracket, inside that bracket goes that, you remember that variable title I told you can access this way without using the view anymore, like that. If you say title, echo title, else do nothing. If it's title, echo it for us, end of statement. So if you say title, echo title, you can put a counter condition like else, otherwise, welcome page. Anything you type here, it's an example. So when the title is set, it will give you that title. If it's not, it will echo welcome page. So let's try that out and save that, refresh. Should have a title straight up. So Just as easy as that. So now this is how you can put title for every single page you want to create, because it's the controller that's loading that page. So go inside that controller. You know how to create your variables by now. Alright, so the next thing we have to do is to move all these our model view controller classes. But to do that, let me demonstrate to you how we can call this method from the database class. So if I go ahead and echo something, just to prove that we can select function from the database class, just like that, yeah? So select function from the database class. Now, to call this method, all you have to do is simply go to your login module and use this DB object to call that method. Simple as that. But it's not quite simple yet, because you have to extend model class, the originator or producer of that object. Now, whenever you save that form and echo your password again, when you submit, you see some problems. Now, let me use that and do the debugging for you. Okay, so what that is saying is that it's that undefined method login module select. Okay, so line 12. Let's find out why that. Okay, so I found out what that was. You have to use that object, this DB, followed by that notation sign, invoking method, and the method name you want to invoke. Alright, so that's what we have echoed from this method. So because model is extending, creating instance of it, any class that extends model that calls that method, you can use it to invoke methods. Also, it'd be a good idea for this function to also implement constructor that will call that method from the parent class and call parent ;_ underscore construct. End of statement there. Okay, so now that'll be fine. So this login class extends model and calling the parent constructor function that will turn this DB object in this class to be used to call your methods in any functions. Okay, so at this stage, I think I will leave that debugging for the next video and then continue from the next video to show you what we can expect when something goes wrong. Okay, and how you can create the variable names, the difference between creating variable names with this keyword and without this keyword, because you can use you will know how to use it and when to use it. And when you create a private properties, you have to use this keyword as well to access those properties in your functions within that class. So I'll show you that in the next video. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.